collected
Yeah.
molding and content.
Okay.
So, yeah, very valuable collection and historically absolutely just intact.
Hello guys, welcome to Stoke-on-Trent. As you can see, today is not a cold rainy night in Stoke, but a lovely sunshine. So what's the video today about? So a lot of my friends have been asking me what is to do in Stoke. Well, the answer is the potteries. So in today's video we'll be exploring about the potteries around Stoke-on-Trent and how they are manufactured and how they have existed. So as you can see behind me, we got the Middleport Potteries. So let me have a spin around and show you how it looks like. There we go. Let's get a bit closer. So yeah, as I said, in today's video we'll be exploring the potteries around Stoke-on-Trent, and a lot of locals that I speak to at work or just around, they take the potteries for granted, and not a lot of people around the UK, they are unaware of the potteries. So you might recognize this potteries behind me, manufacturing place. So this has been in the Peaky Blinders. I'm not sure what season it has been. So the question is, the Middleport Pottery factory, is it still active? Let's find out. But before we find out, I just want to give you a background story of what the actual history is of the potteries and how it came about in Stoke-on-Trent and how it works. So yeah, let's go to that video. And after you watch that video, we'll jump into the next segment, which is to see if this Middleport factory is still active. The bottle ovens of Stoke-on-Trent are structures that shaped the city and powered its rise as a global centre for pottery. But how did they come about, and why were they built? In the 17th century, Stoke's rich deposits of clay and coal created the perfect conditions for pottery's production. Local craftsmen needed a way to fire the ceramics at the high temperatures, and the answer came in the form of bottle ovens. Shaped like a giant bottle, these kilns were designed to contain immense heat, allowing potters to fire their wares at over thousands of degrees, transforming the raw clay into durable, glazed pottery. Built from brick, these ovens became the heart of every pottery factory in the region. Stoke's booming industry required constant firing, and by the 19th century there were nearly 2,000 bottle ovens in use across the 6 towns, each one essential to the success of the potteries. At their height in the late 19th century, these bottle-shaped kilns were everywhere, each one a crucial part of the daily life of the people in Stoke-on-Trent. Today, only 47 remain, standing as a monument to Stoke's industrial heritage. They are a rare sight now, but once the streets of Hanley, Middleport and Burslem were lined with these smoking chimneys, each contributing to the unmistakable smell of coal, fire and clay that filled in the air. These kilns were designed not just for efficiency but for the mass production of wares that would be shipped all over the world. The delicate porcelain, robust earthenware and the most famous Staffordshire potteries. The bottle ovens shaped helped to distribute the heat evenly, ensuring constant finish, making the essential part of the Stoke-on-Trent success. Though only few remain today, these bottle ovens stand as a reminder of why Stoke-on-Trent became the potteries, a place where craftsmanship, industry and innovation came together. Unfortunately guys, we couldn't get there. It was closed. It was a, what do you call them places? Closed down sites, abandoned sites. So yeah, that factory is just closed, all run down, broken, and just a waste of space. But yeah, anyways, because we're in Middleport, I've decided to come to the Middleport Museum and find out more about the history and how the potteries were made, how they are now, are they still being made. So yeah, let's have a look. This is how it looks, guys. Let's have a turn around. So yeah, this is the Potteries Museum. I still believe this used to be a manufacturing museum, but it doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, let's find out. Hi guys, we're back again. So I've come to the museum at Middleport to look at some how potteries are manufactured and how they look in real life. So the first thing that I've discovered is the clothing. So when they used to make potteries, they wear some overalls. So they had separate ones for females, and these were used for outdoors. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, this is where they were kept. And look what I found, guys. A sagger. So these saggers were used. So let me just show you. That's the sagger. So in these, they usually put the potteries itself. For example, as you can see here, the plates. So this is like before they get heated up. They're in clay. They put it inside, and they cover that. So it prevents the flames from going in and overheating. And that is the actual plate where they use the knocker to put it inside. So I want to see how heavy it is. Oh, actually, it's quite heavy. I can't even lift it with one arm. Jeez. Let me try 2 arms. 1 second, guys. Let me just place it in tripod mode. There we go. Yeah, it takes 2 arms to hold that thing. And then they used to put it inside. Heavy thing. Can't even lift it with one arm. So it must be heavier than 20 kilos, I see. If I do find the number, I'll just put it underneath. So yeah, going back, they use that to load them into the ovens. And I'm not sure how many there are put in place, but there's a picture of here, or I might just drop it inside this screen. They load it up inside the bottle ovens. But actually, let's go to the bottle oven itself and explore how it looks like, rather than watching the previous video. So yeah, this is the design of how the bottle oven looks like. So that's the bottom. They'll stack it up in here, all the place and the bonds, and then upstairs will be the damper where all the chemicals are released upstairs. So let's go inside. So yeah, this is the bottle oven, guys. So imagine working here day and night, 2 days in a row, working in temperatures between 1000 and 1600, loading them up. So yeah, we are actually inside the bottle oven itself. So as you can see here, all the saggers was like stacked up all the way at the top, going around this bottle oven, and then heated. And then they used to fire the coal inside here. So imagine how much space they had, like just to walk around and then load the coal up inside with the extreme heat coming out, going up. It's literally like only 2 people can like stand next to each other. So let's go around. Wow, it's actually quite big. So imagine, guys, working there like day and night, being a fireman, regulating the temperature, making sure it's going, making sure your people are working properly, and yeah, looking after it. Just look how big it is. It goes all the way at the top. Yeah, and once that is finished, you come out to dry the potteries using this last standing, let me just zoom out, Patronus lift. So this is used to dry the ovens. Here we can see a trolley used to transport ceramics from the bottle oven kilns to the paternoster lift, still intact in its original condition. Here's some ceramic models that were manufactured using the bottle oven. Guys, remember earlier on we saw that factory in Middleport that was run down and I found out it was closed. That's this one. Look what I found, guys. This is the historic steam engine room, once the powerhouse of the entire factory, fueled by coal. It generated steam that drove the machines. In its day, the engine was the heartbeat of the factory, keeping production running non-stop and fueling the city's industrial success. Hi, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Jo and I'm here at Middleport Pottery.
Okay, what are we going to explore today in this room?
Well, we have 2/3 of the collection of the historical moulds that have been used in the manufacturing of the ware here at Burgess and Leigh, Burleigh.
Yeah.
So if you want to follow me round and then maybe turn your camera around, look at these amazing jelly moulds that they would have been used back in the day.
Yeah.
Particularly in some of the larger houses, they would have had those on banquets and things like that. We've got a huge collection of mugs and cups, and these are called hollowware.
Okay.
So these are the moulds for those.
Yeah.
Got loads and loads of moulds for the huge chargers, decorative ware. Lots of other styles which have been produced and manufactured over the years. So some of these date back to the 1850s.
Wow.
So we've got everything from that Victorian period through to the Art Deco, through to the 1980s. Some of these moulds have been reused. Yeah. But primarily these are just used as these are the master moulds stored in this location, in this chamber. So they're very valuable, and it's probably the largest collection in the world.
Wow. And then do people come and buy these, or they're just kept for just to preserve them?
Yeah, they're preserved. During the restoration of this site, all the moulds were taken from an upstairs room. Yeah. And when everything was taken out of the room, the building kind of sighed with relief from the weight on the wood, on the beams and joists. So when that happened, it gave the archivists an opportunity to catalogue everything, and then put them back into give everything a sense of place and a sense of time. So then this room, the ground floor, was decided as the best place for the weight of these materials. Nothing is sold. It's part of the history of the place. It's what gives it its grade 2 star grading as a protected building and content. So very valuable collection, and historically absolutely just intact.
When were they made? Were they made all like around Stoke or like throughout the UK?
Yeah, mainly around Stoke. Yes. There are predominantly, these are Burgess and Leigh moulds, but they did acquire some from other manufacturers in the 1800s. Oh, wow. So they would have bought moulds from other pot banks as they closed down. Just to extend their choice to the customer. There we go. This is an iconic one. We've got a tea creamer here. With the cow. Yeah.
And how long do they take to make just one of these things?
Well, you'd have a master you'd have a plug. Which would essentially be a carving of the desired item, and then an impression would be made of that in the blocks and cases process of making this master mould. And then what you're left with is a hollow vessel where you would pour the slip, the liquid clay into it, keep that in there for a matter for a timed amount, and then that slip would be poured out, and you'd be left with a piece of ware, which would then dry and then go through the firing process. Oh, wow. All this work is done by a master moulder, and it's back in the day it was a job that you'd probably have to wait decades to get. There was that sort of a pecking order, of a hierarchy of people getting those roles.
Is it for different classes? Like only if from different classes people get into that industry, or?
I think in some pot banks there may have been opportunities for people, youngsters working up their way up. That's if they survived. For instance, for chaps mainly who worked in the bottle ovens, their age, they might not get to the age of 40, because of they didn't have PPE back then.
No.
They'd wear their old dad's cap or something, and just lots and lots of layers. There wouldn't be fireproof materials there. So it depended what you did. Sometimes there'd be the gilders, the designers, management. It's a huge affair, and it'd be a factory that would have been running for 24 hours, 24/7, really. With a huge workforce, but a happy workforce, even though it was blood, sweat and tears, and a lot of effort.
It's a way of living, wasn't it, for them?
It was for many generations since the 1700s. It's only since the sort of the 80s, 90s where things have really declined. We've lost a lot of pot banks in the area. But it's a fabulous industry. And the soul of the potteries is in the creativity and the hard work of the people that have contributed. It's just true. It's just wonderful.
Now that you know a bit more about the manufacturing process of ceramics using the bottle ovens, it's important to talk about the logistics of moving these goods. This boat is called the Great Dane. This boat played a vital role in the ceramics bottle oven industry. The Great Dane was used to pick up the white clay and flint brought in from Liverpool, and then transport them back to Stoke-on-Trent via the canal network. In return, the finished ceramics crafted in the potteries were sent back to Liverpool. This was like an ongoing exchange of raw materials and fine goods. This journey wasn't quick. It would take weeks to complete, but it was essential to thriving trade of the area. Today, the Great Dane has a new role. From time to time, it's used for local tourists to experience the historical canal routes, providing a glimpse into the rich history of the transportation system that once powered the region's industry.
So guys, we're now in the changing room facility area and the shower room. So after a hard day of work, this is where they used to shower and clean themselves. Still in the original condition, as you can see. I wonder if the tap water is still running. Let's have a look. Nope. No, they're not working. But yeah, after a hard day's of work. Hey, Lifebuoy. This is what they used to use to clean themselves. And Sunlight soap. The brands back in the day. And they used to have a bathtub and clean themselves. Guys, you might be wondering what life was like living in those ages around the 1800s and 1900s and working in the potteries. So let me show you around. So this is what during the 1800s used to look like.
she would say, "You've got the way you do." You know, so it was our fault that she smashed all the dishes.
And if you enjoyed that, guys, of the museum tour at the end, you can buy your own potteries, different designs, wherever you need those. I hope you guys enjoyed the Middleport Museum pottery tour. If you want to see part 2, how actually potteries are made, because they told me in the potteries they still manufacture these potteries in those kilns. So if you want to see that, please comment. And if you want to visit that place, the description of where it's located will be underneath the YouTube link. So yeah, thank you. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the Middleport tour. Now we have come to Gladstone, which is another town within Stoke. So here we have the Gladstone potteries. So let me just give you a spin round of the other potteries. So as you can see here, there's another, I think this might be part of the Pottery Museum, Gladstone Pottery Museum. So you can see one of the bottle ovens over there. But yeah, let's go through these doors. Not these doors, what do I call them? These walls, and explore what's here. But guys, we've made it to one of the potteries factories. As you can see here, these are all reflective windows, and the design, let me just get it straight. The design is made so that as you can see, the windows, when during the daytime, when the light hits the windows, it reflects off the wall, and coming backwards through this alleyway, it will reflect it, and it will create light around this area to make you see. I think that's why they've designed that style. And moreover, people can't overlook what's going on inside. That's why they've designed those reflections in those windows. So while I was walking, guys, look what I've discovered. A ceramic workshop. I don't know if this is active. You can probably call them and find out if they still work. But it looks still like from the olden days, the door that was made out of. And we've discovered another factory, the Mingstone Works. Another factory that's being abandoned, I think. If anyone knows about this, please put in the description below. I think someone's playing drums. And here we go, guys. Another bottle oven. Don't know if this is being refurbished or not, but yeah. So this is another potteries behind this garage. Unfortunately it's closed today, but it's still one of these hidden treasures that we're not being shown. I hope you enjoyed the videos, guys, today, and you learn a bit more about the Stoke history, about the potteries, how the potteries were made, and yeah, about the heritage, how the place was run. And as you can see here, this is one of the biggest potteries in Stoke-on-Trent. This is in Gladstone, so which is another museum, another factory. And if you want more content like this, please subscribe, please like the video, and please share it between your friends if you like it. And yeah, if you want to see more videos like this, please comment. And until next time, bye bye. Peace out.